said, never going to happen, never going to happen. Note's too small. Well, guess what, right, Steve? We figured that out. We figured that out. But tonight, man, we're going to have an amazing music from Harry James tribute. But with that, we're going to have the amazing Joshua Kauffman, which you'll hear about, all about this man with the Harry James Orchestra and his history with that band. So with that, are you guys ready? Yeah. Okay, let's hear it. Sean Nelson, let's go.
Well, good evening. Welcome to the side door. My name is Sean Nelson. So glad that you all could join us tonight. We opened with our theme song and my composition that is called Social Hour, and we heard from Mr. Matthew Parker. Maestro Hanif Nelson. Professor Jen Allen. Now I got to think of an honorary for everyone's name at this point. And next up, I'd like to introduce to you our guest, which I'm so excited that has made the trip down from Washington, D.C. just this morning. I met Josh for the first time this past summer when the band traveled down to Washington, D.C. to play at the Kennedy Center Millennium Stage for one of our CD release concerts. It was a very special concert for me and for the band. Not everybody could make that trip down here, and so I had to bring in, got to bring in some local musicians in the Washington, D.C. area. And when I talked to Luke, I want to say hi to Luke, I was like, I got to find somebody that can play these Harry James solos. And he's like, I know exactly who you need to call. I think actually your words are something along the lines of he was created in a lab to perform this music. So you called Josh Kauffman. And sure enough, just an amazing trumpet player, which you're all about to hear. So he played the Harry James solos that we performed that night, which was on our album. This was an album release concert. The album is called Don't Stop Now, The Lost Music of Thad Jones, written for Harry James. So it had a lot of very cool trumpet solos. Josh is so steeped in the Harry James tradition that he will show you, he brought one of Harry James's trumpets that he will be playing tonight. No joke. And his mutes. He shared a whole collection of Harry James deep cuts. We have 12 new pieces of music to the band that he sent to us. And these are stuff it's like you can't buy this music, a lot of it. You can't buy it. It's some of these are part of the original Harry James estate, which I think he'll tell you about later. So some very cool deep cuts in the Harry James archive. So without further ado, please welcome to the stage on the trumpet, Mr. Joshua Kauffman.
Hey, good evening, everybody. Can you hear me okay? My name is Josh Kauffman. I might change my name depending on how I play the rest of this set. But for now, that's my name. And Sean's right. I guess over the course of my life, I found myself more interconnected to Harry James than just about anybody. So much so that's the name of my son. Actually, at the request of my wife. But I'll just share a little bit here throughout the show. And so, yeah, this instrument was made in Paris, France, and it was sold to Harry Haig James and exported to the United States on October 13th, 1948. And so now I've acquired it, and it's got his, if anyone is like an instrument buff or wants to come look at it, I'm more than happy to show it to you. It's got his name and initials on it and stuff like that. But this next tune that we're going to play, well, actually the last tune I'll say, was written after the swing era. Harry sort of went through two, I would say, fairly different eras in his life. One sort of World War II and prior, he was sort of the way I try to explain to people so they can truly understand his importance in popular music and culture back then was he was basically like the Taylor Swift of 1944. I mean, he really was. He was in every movie and every radio program and everybody wanted him on his band, and he had his own band, and he was a superstar, and he was married to Betty Grable, which wasn't a bad position to be in, and he seriously was a superstar. And then after the war, a lot of jazz musicians thought that, with hits like I've never heard that song before, and You Made Me Love You, and people thought that he was getting a little bit schmaltzy, right? Sort of, he was just playing pop commercial, And so he wanted to kind of get back deep into jazz. And so that last tune, One on the House, was from sort of that era in the 1950s when he went to a much, I call it like a heavier swing feel. He had guys like Buddy Rich playing drums for him. That was written by Ernie Wilkins, who also wrote for the Basie Band. Harry had this infatuation with the Count Basie Orchestra that he really wanted to emulate in his band. And we're going to slow something down that's sort of from that same time period, from his, actually he called it his new swinging band. It's from 1959. This is entitled How Deep is the Ocean?
One more time, Joshua Kauffman. We're going to jump forward several decades to this next tune. Now for something totally different. This is a composition of mine recorded on our album, Social Hour. This is called El Chupacabra. How about Nathan Lassell on the drums? Lou Baccarelli on the bass. Jen Allen on the piano. Johnny Gardner on the guitar. We got Josh back. Didn't leave yet. This next tune is called Ultra.
I'll always talk if it means I can give my chops a second. So that last song, why is that important for Harry? That was actually one of Harry's, believe it or not, one of his most requested songs for the band when he would go around and tour and everything. That's, like I said, it's entitled Ultra. We're going to play another song now that honestly I just like. It's one of Harry's maybe a little slightly more subdued solos. But the next piece, which I'll talk about in a second, or after this one, but I just want to share that, again, it's hard to put ourselves in the past and understand sort of how important people are. And so maybe, if you're like, if Wayne Shorter's your favorite musician ever, you might be sitting here going like, man, what the heck is this stuff, Harry was so important that he started the career in 1939 for somebody that I definitely know that everybody in this room knows and has heard of, and that is none other than Mr. Frank Sinatra. And when Harry passed away in the 80s, and he had a huge funeral in Las Vegas, Frank gave the eulogy, and in that eulogy, Frank said that Harry was the greatest musician he had ever known and taught him how to sing through his trumpet playing, which I think is really important because, again, we don't realize sometimes how important these figures are in the time that they're at. Like at one point in time, there were people in medieval times who were like, man, let's go to the side door and let's go hear the sackbut ensemble, which is a real instrument, by the way. And now we're like, man, what the heck is that thing? And so you might think that about swing music or Harry James, but in that time, it was people like Harry that formulated everything that we have now and why we have, why the big band sounds the way it does. And so without further ado, we're going to play one of his just more easy listening songs. This is entitled Somebody Loves Me. Somebody Loves Me. I'm not sure who, but somebody. So like I said, I mentioned, yeah, Jesus loves us, yes. That's who I'm talking about. So I mentioned Frank Sinatra. Another person that I have spent quite a bit of time with as a young adult is none other than Mr. Doc Severinsen, who actually I have some of his instruments too, but eventually they weren't going to let me on the Amtrak with all the crap that I had on my back, I looked like a pack mule. So I left Doc's trumpet at home. But I've talked to Doc several times, he's in his 90s now, and he spent so much time with players that I'm 30 years old. I never got to meet these people, some of them were long gone before I even got here. And so getting to sit down and talk with him, he said that for him there was nobody that influenced his sound and his personality on the trumpet more than Harry James, where every note he played, it just sounded like I think maybe he said this because I was in the Army or something when I first joined. We were talking. But he said every note that Harry played had the weight of a nuclear bomb. Just this huge resonant sound. It was like an opera singer. And so we're just going to fast forward a little bit in time. Actually, prior to sort of him becoming Doc, he was still known as Carl by his name. But pay a little bit of tribute, my tip of the hat to Doc, Carl Severinsen. This is from one of his very first albums. My personal favorite album of his is called The Great Arrival, and this is called The More I See You. And Sean, I would like to see you up here so you can help me navigate this this intro. Thank you so much. How about it for this band? How about a nice round of applause for this band? It's just amazing, you know. A lot of the music that I have has like all this weird handwriting, and it's like not copied well. And it's like, if I was in the back row and there was some guest here, I would be complaining so hard, like, man, there's computers. Just put this in a new, like, make it look nice, you know. And so they're doing an unbelievable job reading this stuff. So I'm gonna hand it over, and then we have one more together, right? We're gonna dance at the very end. All right, so stick around.
That was the Vine Street Rumble. Jen Allen on the piano. And how about our trumpet section? Renee McGee, Don Clough, Luke Wingfield, Hanif Nelson. We're going to play one more tune for you, and then we're going to take a short break so that we can get our chops back. We got this tune we played together when we played at the Kennedy Center this past summer. This is one off of our album, Don't Stop Now, the lost music of Thad Jones, written for Harry James. And it's going to feature myself and Josh. This is called Hullabaloo. One, two, 3, 4.